are some issues going on with this Roblox game and the Steam game. Okay, you know this game Rise, or it was called Cliff? See, this game got into a little bit of controversy, and I'm here to talk about it because I'm bored and I've seen Creecraft or some other people talk about it. So yesterday or a couple days ago, actually it was 2 days ago, it's August 7th, so whatever. Peak Devs responded to Roblox copy Cliff after it surpasses 163,000 plays. Would rather you pirate our game than play this microtransaction riddled slop ripoff. And it shows this game called Cliff, or actually Rise. It was called Cliff, but it's called Rise now. Indie Roblox devs trying to be original challenge? Impossible! Would rather you pirate our game. Okay, what he said, and then, oh my god, peak fire writing. Be trying to enjoy this platform in 2025 while Roblox is literally corrupted corporate slop that doesn't give a shit about their players and creators. And then another one, oh my god, peak devs being peak with Rayleigh crying. And yeah, they're going a little, this person called them out, or this group called them out saying, yeah, this is a game. And then they made a whole article about it, and here's the devs, a little tweet about it right here. They said, this is basically the same thing they said right here. I said DMCA, Schlep said DMCA, guy who spent 5,000 Robux on an item that plays the game for you. Yeah, I don't know if I can justify spending $8 on Steam right now. This is the biggest gripe about Roblox. The trending and sponsored games, all are microtransaction riddle slop, overly copied games based on the latest trends. The platform has so much potential, but instead of supporting the indie devs driving innovation and creating unique experiences, Roblox and everybody else pushes the dog shit to the top. Doesn't help that a 9-year-old sees Skibidi Toilet and Tung Sahur and click. See, we're out of the Skibidi Toilet arc. We're out of that saga. We're in the Tung Sahur saga. Yeah, I've been on the platform since 2018 on a bunch of other accounts, and this account since 2020. I've seen a bunch of games come and go, but I have a reason on why the Rise developers or Cliff developers actually did this. So I was watching Creecraft's latest video last night. He said because kids do not have the money and the hardware. Okay, as you know, Peak is right now $8 on Steam, and he says kids do not have the money. It's mostly 8-year-olds probably playing this. He said 8-year-olds do not have the money and have the hardware to run it. And overall, if you scroll down, the hardware isn't really that much. Alright, the bare minimum isn't that much, and the recommended is okay, it's getting there. But of course, kids are not gonna have a fucking RTX 260 and RX 7600 XT, okay, or a 1060 or a 6600 XT. Of course, not a kid's gonna have that. Or a Intel Core i5 CPU. Of course they're not gonna have that. Anyone is saying, oh, what about Forsaken? Yeah, Forsaken's literally a copy of Dead by Daylight, but just a little bit different. And there's also other games too. Now, I said this too. I'd give Cliff the devs benefit of the doubt. Not many kids have the money to buy Peak. Also, there's games like Imposter, which is just Among Us. But to be fair, the devs of Peak can just DMCA Cliff since it's just a copy of Peak. And yes, Among Us. So right here, this is Imposter or Among Us. Now, this is not affiliated with Among Us. So before you say, oh, it could be, since it has the word Among Us in it, it could be affiliated. No, it doesn't. It's not affiliated with Among Us. See, this game right here was popular when Among Us was popular. If you remember back in 2020, Among Us was like one of the most popular mobile games, PC games out there. See, this base plate of the game was created in 2020, 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago. Now, even in my latest video, it's technically not out yet. If you go to the channel, it's not out yet. But once this video drops, the other video is out. See, right here, Cliff is right about here, and now the game is called Rise. So yeah, this game was called Cliff, just to let you know. Now, I did join Rise's Discord server and whatnot, and I want to see if they're even talking about it, if have even responded. And they did, the developer did. Upon the request of you and the creators of the game that inspired us, we have decided to shut down our game completely. We are developers who respect everyone's rights. Our only wish is that those making this request show the same stance towards other inspired games that are played 10 times more that resemble of the original 10 times more than us. Thank you all for the support. You will receive our payment back in another game, which I will announce very soon. And I think the payment back is this game or whatever, I don't know. I mean, this base plate was made back in 2025 or June of 2025. They basically get it. Right here, they basically said they're shutting down the game, they apologize, and they're doing it at their wish. Now, let's be honest. Yes, like I said earlier, and Creecraft said earlier, and maybe even a bunch of the people say earlier, kids do not have the fucking hardware and the money to buy the game. So of course they're gonna go to Roblox. Like, you know, when kid, like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, even Among Us, I mean, Among Us is a different story. I mean, even if you play Forsaken too, like, come on, Forsaken is just Dead by Daylight. So of course people are gonna play. Of course people are gonna play the free version of Dead by Daylight, which is Forsaken. So I wouldn't blame them if they even do it. So whatever. But yeah, I mean, the world keeps spinning. All right. I mean, things like this happen, not all the time, but it happens sometimes. You know, if this happens again, well, the world's gonna keep spinning. They're gonna take down the game, make their own. I mean, I don't know if what Rise is. It's probably still the same fucking game like it was.